Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Namaste. Namaste.
There, we're going to join soon. We're going to start soon in a few moments.
Okay. Galen.
சொல்லு ப்ளீஸ் ஹலோ சொல்லு
Hello.
சொல்லு
Hello, Sonia. The reason why I'm not looking is
Okay, so those of us that have joined, we're going to start in a few moments, but just make sure that parents, you've helped your children to just rename the participant as it says on the screen to the child's name, and age is very important. And if you can then just put your microphones on mute unless asked to unmute. Thank you. Okay, I think we're ready to start. We've 1 minute past 3. So let's have the full screen on, and anyone that's in the waiting room, they can enter. And we'll just turn the music off and we're ready to go. Okay, everyone, just before we start, can we make sure that I can see you, your whole body, before we start, and sitting super still? Wonderful. So good listening and watching. Parents, you can put your, if you're on a device, you can put them on speaker view so you can see each person that's taking each part of the session. Over to you, Arushji.
Hello everyone, my name is Arush Agarwal and I'm 15 years old. I hope you had an awesome session last week. I'm looking forward to a great session today. One of the greatest scientists in history, I'm sure you've heard of him, Albert Einstein, once said, "Science without religion is lame, and religion without science is blind." Yoga Kalam brings these two together. Yoga will bring happiness and mindfulness into your life, and along with that, will make you as smart as you can be. Yoga Kalam has introduced yoga to 100 schools and colleges. They have also organized 126 amazing events, including yoga in Hyde Park in 2013 and Trafalgar Square in 2017. There was even an International Yoga Day on the 82nd floor of the Shard, tallest building in the UK. 35 teachers have dedicated 400 hours into teaching many people yoga. They've done many projects, such as yoga in the US, the mindfulness project in a school in Norfolk, and even yoga for teachers. People work so hard. Simple yoga has improved my life too. Earlier in the year, I would often get very stressed out while studying for my exams. Doing simple yogas like Anulom Vilom helped me clear my head and stay focused. Yoga also has loads of physical benefits. Round about last year, I started doing 10 Surya Namaskars before I wake up. This has helped me to stretch and be calm every day. And I also have grown quite a lot from that. Yoga is amazing, and doing just a few minutes every day can have so many benefits. I hope you have a fantastic session. And now I would like to hand over to Madhvi then.
Namaste, everybody. Hope everybody's well. I'm starting off on my chair. And before we start, just making sure that everybody has got nice loose clothing on and they have got their socks off and they're on a nice non-slip surface. And parents, really encouraging all parents to stay in the room. You don't need to be in the screen if you don't want to, but please be in the room to just see what we're doing, and then you can encourage your children to practice throughout the week before next week's session. So we're going to start as usual. We're going to start with a lovely straight back. And
My mom's teaching.
And we're going to put our mics on mute. And we are going to start with 3 Omkars. So we're going to put our hands together, palms touching, and let's see if we can make our arms parallel to the floor. Nice parallel arms. Nice smile on our face. And we're going to take a deep breath in. Oh. And you're going to do it in your room. So another deep breath in. And the last one, the super Om, deep breath in. Perfect, wonderful. So grab hold of your tissue and just remembering what we did last week, holding on to that clean tissue. We'll just do a few moments today, not so much as last week, because we know what we're doing. And anyone that wasn't able to join last week and they've joined today, just holding that clean tissue between your fingers. And we're going to take a really deep breath in, and we want to let the tissue flutter. So the tissue is going to flutter as high up as possible. We're going to just do it 5 times, okay? 5 times. And I've got a few other yoga teachers watching all of the screens to see who's really allowing that tissue to flutter really high. So hold it nice and tight between your fingers. Take a deep breath in. And that's 1. Another deep breath in. And 3, 4, and the best one now, deep breath in, and 5. So I'm going to put my clean tissue aside. We may need it later on. I'm going to do a little bit more breathing practice near the end, and I'm going to go over to my mat, and I'm going to go to standing. So you may need to adjust your screens ever so slightly. So again, I can see all of you in your screens. Wonderful. Okay, so what we'll do first, we're going to just warm up our body from head to toe, and then we're going to do a warm up that puts a little bit of Sanskrit into our warming up. So we're going to learn some key parts of the body today as we warm up our body. Okay, so before we do that, we're just going to take our legs wide, and we're going to take our hasta, this is our hands, our hasta, on our hips. Okay, so we're learning the word hands or hasta, that's going to go on our hips. And all we're going to do is we're going to do a nice sequence, a nice pattern of up, down, turn, turn, tilt, and tilt. And up, down, turn, turn, tilt, and tilt. And on your own, up, down, turn, turn, tilt, and tilt. Good job, everybody. Just take your shoulders back. And these are called our skandha in Sanskrit. So maybe, I know I can't hear you, but I can still see your lips moving. So you can say the word skandha, and they're going to go back, and maybe we'll put a little bit more in, hold up, put our hasta on our skandha and rotate 4 times, and we'll go 4 times forward. Perfect. And take our hasta in front, and we're going to just circle from our wrists inwards and then outwards. Perfect. Wonderful. And these things on the end of our hasta are called our anguli. So we're going to just wiggle our anguli like this, and then we're going to do a few flicks. So we're going to do 4 times forward, up, side, and back. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do our hips, hands on our hips. Just 4 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I wonder if you can work out what this is. Ekam, dvai, trini, and chatvari. Yes, it's Sanskrit. Great. So let's put our feet together now. We're going to zigzag those feet in. Take our hasta, make a fist with your hasta, put them between your knees like this, and we're going to go ekam, dvai, trini, and chatvari. And the other way. Ekam, dvai, trini, and chatvari. And seeing we're so low down, we're just going to see if we can touch our toes and come all the way up and touch our toes and back up again. Okay, so we're going to try and do a little bit of balance while we're here before we warm up our body a little bit faster. So when I want to balance and when you're going to balance, we're going to look right in front of us, and that's called our drishti, something that doesn't move. We're going to keep our eyes fixed on there, and slowly we're going to come up to the tips of our toes as high as you can, hold it there, and slowly come down. Let's put our arms in, so going up all the way, and down. Great, fantastic balance, everybody. And all the way up, good job. And down. If you're getting a bit wobbly, see if you can focus a little bit more. Nice and still, nice and smooth. Let's hold it here on our tiptoes. Arms up in the air, arms close to your ears. Let's count to 5. Ekam, dvai, trini, chatvari, and pancha. All the way back down again. Good job. So we're going to do, I know a lot of us here are 10 or 11, but we're going to do a warm-up that is head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Something that really will take you back to your nursery days. But we're going to not do head, shoulders, knees, and toes, but we're going to do it in Sanskrit. So we're going to go Shira, Skandha, Janu, Padaha. Okay? Shira, Skandha. Let's just see. Just go as we're going down. Shira, Skandha, Janu, Padaha. Great. This is Netra. I'll point at each time. Karna. And Mukham is your face. And Nasika is your nose. Ready? So you'll know the actions from nursery or from reception. So we'll just go with it and just enjoy yourselves. Don't worry if you're too old. Everyone, you're going to join in. Ready? Take a deep breath in. Shira Skanda Janupada Janupada. Good. Shira Skanda Janupada Janupada. Netra cha karna cha mukham cha nasika. Shira Skanda Janupada Janupada. I think that was way too slow. So we're going to speed it up a little bit. Okay, we're going to speed it up a little bit. And I'm going to put my laptop right in front of me so I can see some really good actions. Fantastic. Ready? Deep breath in. Shira Skanda Janupada Janupada. Shira Skanda Janupada Janupada. Netra cha karna cha mukham cha nasika. Now take a deep breath in. Shira Skanda Janupada Janupada. I think we're a little bit warmed up, so we're going to start just jumping, just to add to that. And we're going to do some twists. And we're just going to do 10 star jumps. Let's go. Ekam, dvai, trini, chatvari, pancha, shat, sapta, ashta, nava, and dasha. Fantastic. Let's take our legs wide and get our breath back to what it needs to be. We're going to take all of the waste gases out of our mouth. So if I look sideways, got a lovely straight back, hands on my knees. I'm going to look forward and we're going to do 5 big breaths out through the mouth like this. Fantastic. And zigzag your toes back in and facing forward. Good. So there's a really good warm-up we're going to learn today, and that's called our wood chopper's breath. Okay, now if we imagine what a wood chopper does, it chops wood. Yeah, it has an axe. The wood chopper would have an axe in his hand, or her hand has a big log of wood in front of them, and we're going to mimic what a wood chopper actually does. So some of us that are much younger, we can imagine picking up that big log of wood and putting it on the floor in front of you. Great. Hold onto your axe nice and firmly and come all the way up. And I don't want to see little chisels like this. We're going to give it a really good chop. Okay? Really good chop. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Very good. I'm going to turn to the side. And let's do it together. Let's do 5 big chops together. Ready? And ekam. Dve. Good. Keep your knees straight. Trini. Chatwari. And pancha. Fantastic. If you are warmed up, give me a thumbs up. Are you feeling warm? Give me a thumbs up. And give me a nice smile. Okay, perfect. Wonderful, everybody. Last week, just a quick recap. We learned a few asanas involved in our Surya Namaskar, or our sun salutation. The sun is the Surya, and I know we all see it that it gives us light, but let's see, when we do the Surya Namaskar, can we shine as bright as the sun? Can we shine and can we be radiant? So let's do a recap of our Surya Namaskar. Standing at the top of our mat, if you're on a mat, we'll go slow, we'll go nice and slow, and then we're gonna see how you're doing, and we'll do a little bit of a quiz and see who remembers each posture. So lovely straight body, hands in namaste facing forwards, big smiles. And let's do the first mantra. Om Mitraya Namaha. And we're going to go up into a palm tree, bending back, looking up. And then we're going to go into a waterfall, folding forwards. Let's see who can touch their toes. Wonderful. And we're going to go into this lion pose, one leg all the way back, arching up and looking up to the ceiling. A really good lion pose, looking really quite firm, quite courageous. And then we're going to turn into a sticking, so both legs back, okay? And we want a bottom down. We don't want a mountain shape. It's like a press up. That's it. Well done. Is it? Oh no, well done. And then a hungry caterpillar. So knees down, chest down, and we're just going to put our chin down, like a hungry caterpillar shape. Now is the best one. We're going to hiss into a cobra. So we're going to go. Then we're going to turn into this magnificent mountain, all the way up, chin down, head in, super straight legs. Actually, it looks more like a volcano. So looking like a volcano, lovely triangular shape. Back to that wonderful lion, looking up, chest forward. Can you do that waterfall again? One more time. And back to a namaste position. Wow, that was fantastic. Right, let's do a little quiz. So I'm going to sit down and watch you guys. I'm just going to say a few of the steps and let's see who remembers some of the steps. Okay, so are you ready? So standing up and show me a mountain. Wonderful. Show me a hissing cobra. Cobra. Hissing like a snake. Wow, Sarah, that is wonderful. Can anyone show that hungry caterpillar shape? Hungry caterpillar. Ooh. Avika, really nice. Get your chin to the floor. Get the chin to the floor. Adarsh, wonderful. And one more time. Oh, how about a waterfall? A wonderful waterfall. A little bit of alliteration there. Wonderful waterfall. And let's all have a break in our pranam position with our feet together and our hands in namaste. Super. Next week, we'll learn a little bit more about doing our lion pose really well. We're going to swap our legs over and do magnificent lion poses. So, fantastic. That was really, really good. I hope you have your toy with you because we'll need it in a moment. But before we do the toy, I want you to show me your hasta all the way up. Okay, so facing forward, and can you cross your legs? Okay, like this. Now, super challenge. We're going to sit down without touching our hands to the floor. Okay, so we're going to stay forward. We're not going to go wobbly. We're going to try our best. And then we'll do this nice clap, which we can't hear. I'll teach you that in a bit. Ready? Deep breath in. And sitting down without touching our hands to the floor. Wow. Can you stand up as well? Can you show me standing up without touching your hands to the floor? And last one, sitting back down again. Okay, so everyone's sitting down. And what I want everyone to do is we're going to turn into not a Sukhasana position, which is our legs crossed, but we're going to go into Vajrasana, sitting on our knees. So we're going to sit on our knees like this. Okay. And what we're going to do, we're going to practice a different type of breath today. Okay. We're going to put our hands just over where you know your belly button is. Okay. Just over your belly button. So we don't need to take our hands underneath our clothes, just over. And the sound we're going to make is something like this. Can you make that sound? I might turn one of the screens on so I can hear you, but look forwards. We're going to come out through the mouth. I'm squeezing my tummy and the air is shooting out from my mouth. It's coming forcefully out of our mouth. Let's do 3 of these breaths together. Ready? Great. And again. Siddharth, I can see that really wonderful tummy moving. So everybody else again, one more time. Okay, and we're going to help with some hand actions. We're going to go. Are you smiling? Slowing down. Can anyone tell me what this sound reminds you of? You can turn your mics on. Anyone got an idea? Bharat, yes.
Train?
Yes, what kind of train? An electric train or a
Steam train?
steam train? Perfect. So we're going to move our steam train now, okay? This motion, you can put it on again. This motion really helps to get a lot of oxygen to our forehead, front part of our brain, where we need to concentrate. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to sit in front of our mats like this with our legs straight out in front of us, and we're just going to practice something. We're going to go forwards like this, okay? Just moving from our hips, we're going to go forwards, and then we're going to go reverse, okay? But what we're going to do, we're not going to stop our breathing. So some of us, with that steam train, remembering, we're going to go forwards, we're going to go deep breath in. Now the trick is going backwards. Ready? And you moving? Are you moving? Are you making the sound? Now everyone together. That big chain at the end. Take a deep breath in. Raise your arms up. Avika, raise your arms up. Take a deep breath in. And we're going to go. And one more side the other way. And right. So turn back into Vajrasana. and lick your lips. We're just going to lick our lips. So that practice, I want you to try and see if you can practice at home, a bit of homework, just moving along like this. And next week, we're going to learn how to do that sound with our tummy, but not through our mouth, but through our nose, okay? And that is going to help us to really get lots of oxygen to our brain cells, especially at the front of our head, which is really going to help us to be energized, focused, and concentrate on things that we need to concentrate on. Okay, so thumbs up again if we're all good, and we're looking forwards, big smiles. Perfect. So it's time to grab hold of your teddy, okay, your teddy, or your toy, or your parrot, whatever it is, your nice soft toy, and we're going to sit sideways. So if you're able to, sit so that I can see you or from the side, okay, so not looking forwards, but on the side. There she's perfect, but sitting up, please. And we're not going to do the on our tummy today. We're just going to sit up like this. We're going to take our toy and we're going to hold our toy between our feet. Okay, so it's like, it's going to go for a ride today, our toy. Okay, so I've taken it and I'm holding it between our feet. Good job. Now, let's take our hands and let's hold our arms underneath our body like this. So our knees are pointing up to the ceiling. Our arms are underneath our legs like this. And we are going to keep that toy in our legs, in our feet. And we're going to see if we can just balance on our bottom. It's not on our back, it's on our bottom. So balancing on our bottom. Wonderful. Well done. Now, can anyone balance and take their arms away as well? We're going to make like a boat position today. Can anyone take that toy up a little bit higher, holding it nice and tight with the legs? Who can do it? Let's have one more go. Okay, let's start from the beginning. So hold your toy nice and tight. Okay, parents, see if your children need any help, and you feel free to give them a hand. Hold it tight. Let's put our arms in front of us, not on our backs. We're going to just balance on our bottom. Really concentrate. Use your tummy muscles. Look forwards. Can anyone straighten their legs like this? Anybody? Who's done it? Who's done it? Oh, yes, I can see someone. I can see quite a few of you. And come all the way back. And your last chance now. Ready? So I can watch you do the same thing. And holding onto your toy between your feet. Taking your hands. And oh, yes, very good. Amazing. Farah, lovely. Let's see. Oh, Abiram's going to have a go. Well done. And 3, 2, 1, and balance. Super. Well done. Oh, Devangi has really straight legs there. Well done, Devangi. Okay, let's put the toy down. And let's sit in our Sukhasana position. Okay, and I want to see your whole face now. Okay, so I really want to see your whole face. And we can maybe just get our toy, put it in front of us without fiddling around too much. I'm feeling quite hot. It's quite a hot day today. If you're feeling nice and hot, just raise one hand up. If you're feeling warm, it's quite hot today. Super. So because it's really hot, I don't have a drink of water, I don't have a fan, but I have a really good way of cooling down. Okay, and that's what we're going to practice today. So we're just going to finish off with this cooling down. I'm just going to come close to the screen, and I really hope everyone's brushed their teeth really well today, because we're going to show our teeth to each other. Okay, so if you come up quite close to the screen, so I can see your face like you can see my face. Okay, and we're going to lick our lips like this. And can you show me your teeth? Let's see how clean. So put your teeth together. Okay, Prajna and your sister, come up closer. Well done. Come up a bit closer. Okay, now, so you can close them for a little bit. And what we're going to practice is something called a cooling breath. It's going to help us to cool down. So we're going to open our mouth And we're going to breathe in with our teeth like this. Can you breathe in with your teeth? Suck the air in through your teeth. Let's go. And then close your mouth and breathe out through your nose. Breathe in. Let's do it 4 times. Let's do it together. Ready? So lick your lips. Get ready. Open your mouth. Teeth together. And number 1. One for good luck. Ready? Wonderful. Someone want to share how their mouth feels right now? How does it feel? What temperature would you say? How does it feel? We've got Sarah there. Sarah, how does it feel?
It feels kind of cool, like nice and cold.
Yes, it feels nice and cool. Okay, perfect. Did anyone else feel it to be a little bit cool in their mouth? Okay, yes. This is a really good way to help your body cool down. So if you're in the car and you're on a long journey and you're feeling hot and stuffy, you can teach other people to do this lovely cooling breath. And it's called Sheetkari. Okay, Sheetkari. Wonderful. So next week, we're going to learn another way of cooling down as well, but using our tongue. Right, so we're ready to finish. So let's see everybody in cross-legged position, sitting upright, seeing the whole screen. Okay, seeing your whole screen, big smiles. But you've really enjoyed yourself, I hope. Wonderful, lovely straight back. Okay, so it looks like everyone's really, really happy today. Feeling good, the sun is out, we've done our yoga, we've done our Surya Namaskar, and we're just going to learn a little story, a little message from Falguni Ben about what is happiness. Okay, what is happiness? So we need to keep our microphones on mute, and we're going to listen very carefully to Falguni Ben. So over to you now, Falguni Ben.
Namaste everyone. I hope you're all smiling after that wonderful yoga session. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tell you a short story. So I'm going to tell you a story about some birds. So once upon a time, there was a blackbird. It was sitting in the tree, really nice and happy. It was sat in its nest, and it felt like, oh my God, I am the happiest bird in the whole wide world. And so then the bird starts flying, and it comes to a pond. And at the pond, it sees this beautiful white swan, and their feathers were just dazzling. So what did this blackbird do? He thought, well, actually, because the swan is so beautiful and big and looks like she's the queen of the pond, she must be the happiest bird in the world. And so what the blackbird then goes and tells the swan what he thinks. And the swan turned around and said, do you know what? I used to think I was the happiest bird in the world, but then I saw a parrot. So the swan saw a parrot and felt, wow, I'm only white, but look at the parrot. The parrot has different colors and they're so bright. So the parrot must be the happiest bird in the world. So then the blackbird thought, okay, let me go and find a parrot. So off it goes, flying through the air, and it finds a parrot. And then he goes to the parrot and he notices all the beautiful, vibrant colors on the parrot. And he says, gosh, you must be the most happiest bird in the whole world, because look how bright you are, how vibrant you are. And the parrot turns around and I said, do you know what? Once upon a time, I used to think I was the happiest bird in the world. But now when I saw a peacock, I thought, wow, the peacock is absolutely stunning bird. How can I even compete with a peacock? So the parrot thought it's no longer the most happiest bird in the world. And he thought the peacock is. So then off goes the blackbird to find a peacock. And he couldn't find it very easily. And then he thought, okay, let me try at the zoo. And when he found the bird, the peacock at the zoo, he saw lots of people gathered around the peacock, admiring the beautiful feathers, the long feathers, it's blue and green. So then he thought, wow, the peacock must be the happiest bird in the whole universe, not even the world, the whole universe. So then after all the people went, the blackbird went over to the peacock and he goes, wow, I'm so envious. Look at the amount of people that want to come and see you and admire your beauty. You must be the happiest bird in the world. So the peacock stood there and looked at the blackbird and he said, yes, I am beautiful. And yes, I am so lucky to have all these beautiful colors in my feathers. However, because of my beauty, I'm locked in a cage at a zoo. I'm not free like you are, blackbird. So even though you might think I'm the happiest bird in the world, I think you are the happiest bird in the world because you have so much freedom to go wherever you want. So the blackbird thought about it, and he was true. He did have so much freedom. So the moral of this story is we are all different and we all have different talents. Some of us might be good at maths. Some of us might be good at art. Some of us might be great at sports. So we all have a unique ability. And whenever you start comparing yourself to someone else, that's when you become sad. For in fact, if we were happy and content with what God has given us, then we will be much happier people, and we should appreciate everything that God's given us and also respect what God's given others. So that's the moral of the story. Let's be happy by being content. Namaste, everyone.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so we're going to just finish off with a Kalyan mantra or Shanti mantra that we're going to do in English so we really understand it, and then I'll repeat in Sanskrit. So before we finish, make sure you've got a lovely straight back in Sukhasana, hands in Namaste position. Also, just a quick message to parents before we finish is we would love to share some of this footage, all this wonderful work your children are doing on social media. You will get a message, and please could you respond to that so we can just share the work that we're doing and really encourage more and more children to participate in children's yoga or kids yoga. Yeah? Okay, so nice straight backs, hands together. May you all be happy. May you all be healthy. Let us see the good in each other. May no one suffer from pain. May no one suffer from misery. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayah. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhave. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And we finish by keeping our eyes closed, warming our palms of our hands together and feeling that they're becoming nice and warm. Taking those warm palms over our eyes, really, really dark space for your eyes. And I want you to open your eyes inside of your hands, and then slowly we're going to let the light creep in by widening our fingers and taking our hands away from our face. Namaste, have a fantastic Saturday. Have a nice time in the lovely sunshine, make the most of it, and see you all next week. Namaste.
Thank you.
Feel free to leave any messages in the chat function. We'll be very, very happy for some messages.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste.
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 Okay, so you can all log off now.
Thank you.
And remember to teach some yoga to your friends and family. The team just stays on.